See, I was talking with Matt Mail, the owner of Laugh Out Loud in Clayton.
Yeah, great guy, man.
Talking to him last weekend, and I was up in Clayton, and he was talking about he's back on the road. He's tired of the road. But we were talking about clubs going clean, and he said a lot of clubs are going clean now because of the economy, that people don't want to. They don't want their crowds coming out hearing negative stuff or whatever because it's already so negative. And
well, if that's true, if they go clean, then I'm fine because I don't think I have the ability to write a clean joke.
I don't think you took what he said right. It's not clean. It's not like that. They don't mind dirty material. They don't want a lot of comics are rightfully so bitter. Like, the ones that sit there and just want
make fun of politics and make fun of this and just are very cynical.
Yeah, and I have noticed that when the mood of the places we go, when it's changed where they're already done, they actually want uplifting stuff. Now, it doesn't have to be clean. It can still be dirty or whatnot, but it just has to be from a positive point of view. I was even complimenting
my sex jokes would work because it's always a very positive situation. Sex.
Yeah, they're closer to HIV positive.
Badoosh.
Did he just...
He gives him
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know if you, Pat, in particular, ever got discriminated because you are the dirty guy. If there's been places that wanted to book y'all that didn't because of you or anything like that.
That'd be more something Matt would have to answer because he's one that does he does 100% of the booking for the tour. So, I mean, there's a couple times where I don't really cuss on stage. They're like, well, as long as he doesn't cuss. It's like, yeah, but my material is still bad. It's like, the content's still there.
Yeah.
I don't mind the content. Because, even last night, they were like, as long as you're not just saying the F word every 2 sentences. I'm like, well, I kind of cut all that out because I was like, I already look offensive enough. I'm talking about sexual stuff, which is going to offend people. So I at least can cut out the cussing. So I'm pretty much at this point, I don't really curse at all there in my show. But yeah, there's been some times where Matt just had to say, well, we're just not going to write for your room then if you would only do really clean comics.
Right, and we don't take any offense. Like, a lot of we'll send off tapes or do some phone calls, something like that. If the booker or whoever books a room gets back and says you're not right for a room, we don't disagree. Like,
they know their room.
Yeah, very professional. The ones that just don't even respond, those get to me. The ones that just won't even send you an email back. To me, it's just like, this is your job. I see all the venues as our classes, as our business are run clients. We're trying to find new clients. If you're not interested, common courtesy, just say, I'm not interested, no hard feelings. If people just keep ignoring forever, but yeah, we've ran into the whole, because Patrick's dirty, that wouldn't work here. No problem, not going to try to get into it then. There are other places that we can.
Well, I'll tell you, they're just now learning this, people that are watching, if they are watching, but y'all are coming to Lexington doing a show with me September 12th.
September 12th.
Day after the 11th.
I told you he doesn't know. He has no idea.
Booking. I don't know. I asked him when I'm getting picked up to leave, and then when I get in the car, I go, where are we going?
But
and there's been sometimes he's popped in the car, like, where are we going? I'm like, North Dakota. Ooh, let me go grab a jacket.
Yeah, I don't have.
But I'm excited to have y'all out because number one, even though we haven't worked together yet, y'all are very professional. Like, you sent me the posters, the flyers, the tickets. I mean, that's something. A lot of guys, a book shows.
Did that. All me.
Oh, I know your name was on the package.
Let me explain something. I'm the marketing guy. I sell the motherfucker. He just has to do all the mailing and the talking to clubs, and then I go try to get laid.
But that's
this is how
y'all got it together.
The marketing guy, because his face is on the poster.
Brent Charleston, tell him what the booker said to you. He called you up and asked about what? What did he ask you about?
He said, the reason I'm getting in here is because I'm persistent enough. I wouldn't let the guy down. He goes, like, and does Patrick still have his mohawk? He goes, well, that's it. That's the hook I'm going to Well, I have been working trying to get you to pay attention to me for over a year.
Right here.
And this right here, this little merkin dude.
Tough. That's locked.
That's the money maker, huh?
It's all image. I turned myself into a caricature, and now it's selling.
And you know what is so odd, and Patrick probably doesn't want me letting this get out. People will automatically assume Patrick's a bad guy because of the way he is. Like, he's like I checked in last night. Checked in with the venue. I guess and they'll have a tab back for you as long as you don't go overboard. I'm like, okay, that's not my problem. Well, no, tell your partner he can't go overboard.
I'm not the problem.
He's a Boy Scout, man. He has like more morals and more character than most people understand.
That's the other difference is that when he's home, he's got to be husband and father, and I'm still clubbing and drinking. So when we get on the road, that's when Matt's time to cut loose is. So honestly, on the road, I'm the responsible one. Make sure we get back to the hotel. Make sure he gets into his hotel room and doesn't die, which has been a question from time to time. And he's actually the one that gets trashed, and I don't. And so they see who I am on stage and who he is on stage, and then the roles flip flop.
Yeah, I just don't have a tolerance. Like I can do a shot of beer and be okay, but someone comes up to me afterwards like, do a shot with me, okay, do a shot with me, okay, but then after that I'm gone. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna walk. I don't want to burden you. I'm just gonna walk. It's 12 miles hotel. I need to exercise back in the park.
Yeah, I mean I've gone shot for shot with him, but he gets trashed pretty quickly, and
I'm a little dude.
I drink too much.
Yeah, it just doesn't. But we don't really. There's only been one show where we actually had a problem that we was working on, and we was working with a comic buddy of ours named Monty Allen.
Oh, you're going to believe the name too. We were doing a show out in Augusta, and Monty being an old friend of ours, and Monty's actually probably the reason the State Center got started to begin with. Really, he was the one that helped put us in there and get us the availability to do what we do now.
So, and I don't drink on stage. That's one of my rules. So I always tell the bartender.
It's also, because I already encourage all the drinking, so he knew if he went up there with a beer, they realized he drinks too, and he's got to do more time than me, so they will get him trashed.
So after the show, I'll have a drink too, but I always walk up with a bottle of water. I told the bartender, I don't drink. I told the servers, I don't drink on stage. Don't let a shot come up. I told the cop standing beside the door, don't let anybody up there with a shot. Monty walks up with a tray of shots.
I was outside for a total of 15 minutes when someone popped their head. I go, hey, Patrick, you might want to run back in here. Your friend needs some help. I thought they were talking about Monty, like he fell down on the ground or something. I step back in. I see 5 shot glasses empty on the stool, and Matt just slurring his words. And
Monty took the mic from me.
Yeah, Monty's now on stage talking again. Back to the mic. I have no clue. Matt's slurring his words. Matt's doing setups for jokes and punchlines for others. It was I was like, oh no. And so I try to fix everything, basically try to get Monty off the stage, and Matt could finish. The next thing I know is that we heard that all comics were trash. They were all drunk. I was like, you know what? The only time I got back on stage was trying to get Monty off stage, but you kind of go in the same basket with the rest of the guys.
That's what Patrick said. It's like, I can't believe you never give up the mic. How did you do it? Like, if there's been anybody else.
It was Monty. It was our buddy. It was like when he asked for the mic.
We had a good time. Here's the story, but I don't think we'll ever be playing in that room again. So, and I felt bad. I did.
Oh man, those are the best moments. Hey, you got a story out of it, man. That's the main.
We got a story that we don't like telling. We got our one dark moment story.
That was, I don't know how much negative feedback we get, but I have not heard that we've gotten a lot.
That's probably the only negative feedback.
That's really the only negative feedback we got. Was just how we got trashed that night off 151 and tequila, or what was it, Wild Turkey 151.
I don't know. The dude was just mixing soda